Hey, where's Mark at? Mark? Yeah, me, Mark, he's, oh, there he is. Okay, cool. Hey, Mark, are we gonna have that meeting?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, Chris, I'm in the office, babe.
Alright.
Absolutely, every day, sir. How are you?
Right. I thank you very much for your time. I thank you for your time. Right. So the reason I'm bringing you in, and I again thank you, because I know you have to get out of here, is yesterday Miss Tabitha's table of 322 wasn't set all day. And when she brought it to my attention, it was the first time I had heard about that. So she said that she had came to you early in the day. Am I right so far? And asked you why you wasn't seating her table. And she said that you was told not to seat the table. So I wanted to ask you, who told you not to seat her table?
Nobody.
Okay.
No one likes that table.
Okay. What do you mean, nobody?
Like, nobody.
What do you
So
mean?
I don't want you to feel like I'm not seating you, okay? No one likes it. I've notified so many people for that table,
Okay.
and no one would come.
All right.
Or they would either move to the window.
Okay.
This morning was the first time I had seen someone sit there.
Okay.
Early in the morning. Who was it? I think Zach. Zach said they didn't want to, they were going to sit at 342, and they didn't want to sit next to 343 because they
Okay.
felt like COVID, so they sat at the next one. Which is
So moving forward, what I would like for you to do, let us know that. Put us in the
Yeah.
loop. All right. But continue to try to seat that table. Don't just take it upon yourself to say, hey, no one likes that table, I'm not going to seat it. Because she felt as though we wasn't seating her table on purpose. Am I correct?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you felt that way, but it wasn't on purpose, I promise.
Okay, cool. So can I say something?
Of course.
Okay, so if it was someone else's table, no names mentioned, if it was anyone else's table in this entire building, that table would have been set. Now, there was one particular time yesterday that you did it yourself. You set someone's call party at my table. I walked up to the table, they said, I'm sorry, I asked for another server. I said, no problem. I looked at that server's tables. She was in the middle dining room. She had 2 tables open. I said, right this way. If you'd like that particular server, right this way. I walked out, I said, can you please reseat that table for me? She says, no, I can't. I was told not to.
Okay.
I know who it was.
Okay.
Abigail, there was a man and a woman. You could just specify, I don't care. Shakita's call party.
Okay.
Yeah, Abigail didn't write it in the note. But I couldn't remember their name.
This was yesterday?
Yeah, I couldn't remember their name. I just remember her face, but I wasn't there when they sat it.
Okay.
And I just assumed they were there, and then they moved to the window, which I thought was strange.
They didn't move to the window. I moved them to the window because they asked for Shakita.
Yeah.
And they said, this is Shakita's table. I said, no, ma'am, this is not Shakita's table. I was told this is Shakita's table. I said, ma'am, if you'd like Shakita's table, right this way. She had 211 and 213 open. So I moved them
I
from
understand.
22 to 13.
I understand her question is, after she moved them, why didn't we get that table
Yeah,
set
like
there?
if Shakita's table can sit there, why can't my table sit there? I mean, 7 hours, not $1 did I make off that table yesterday. No, but listen to me from my perspective, okay? I don't get a paycheck. My paychecks are 0. Okay, the only money I walk out of this door with, the only money I have to pay my rent with, the only money I have to buy gas with is the money I make off the tables. And if I can't be treated fairly as everyone else in this building, I know everybody's got their favorites and I'm no one's favorite. I'm okay with that. I'm my husband's favorite. I don't need to be anybody else's favorite. But at the same time, I got a husband, I got a child, I got bills to pay. I just want to provide for my family. But yesterday, we went to wait 4 different times, ma'am. 4 times we went on a wait, and every single time we went on a wait, every table will start full except for 322. And then you were out there busting people's tables so that you could seat them, but yet you couldn't seat that 322. And that's where I got my feelings hurt. Because I'm like, well, if no one's going to sit there, that's cool, but why couldn't somebody else's call party sit there? And then when I said something, I came and knocked on the door and asked to speak to a manager, and the manager started to come out, and they said no, that the ETC needed to come out there. I told the ETC what was going on. She said she was going to take care of it, and then she went into an hour-long interview at the same 322. So I never made $1. And that's just from my perspective. Because that's not fair. Because when it's someone else's back there in that dining room stays full. Every single table in that dining room stays full. Today, 322, man, there wasn't a problem sitting at the table all day long. It stayed full. And who had the iPad, babe? You did. And how am I not supposed to feel?
Why would I not purposely sit it? Yes,
I don't know. You tell me.
Exactly.
That's what she said. She said it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
But how can you miss one table for 7 hours straight? I mean, it's like common sense. You have 3 hostesses that are walking around.
Again, I understand what you're saying. And I told her, she said, well, no one can sit there. No one must sit there.
Well,
I told
no
her,
one
moving
wants-
forward, we can't utilize that as an excuse.
But not one hostess tried to seat that table at all yesterday.
And I understand.
Not one single, besides the time that they set someone else's call party there.
And I understand. I do understand, and I'm sorry that happened to you. But I don't want you to think we purposely did not seat you on purpose.
Well, then I was told yesterday by Mark that I couldn't have 5 tables at one time. I said, that's cool. If I can only have 4 tables at one time, that's cool. Alternate it out so that it's fair to everybody. If one's dirty, then sit 22. And then when that one's clean, then you could sit this one. I mean, you can alternate it out so it doesn't feel like, so it doesn't say, well, oh, we're going to seat every table in this restaurant except for 322. Every table in this thing got set multiple times yesterday except for that table.
Well, I didn't know you was told you couldn't have 5 tables at one time.
That's what Mark told me.
I believe you. I just
But
said I
there's
didn't
6
know.
servers in this building today that have 5 tables
Yeah.
all day long and stay full
Yep.
all day long. So it's only because I'm Tabitha Ford.
I'm sorry you feel that way, man. I'm sorry you feel that way. But no, I told him today I was going to try to push him. You know, you even heard me say, hey, if anybody can pick up any extra tables, please let me know. Because we only had 10 servers and we needed to try to turn to get the weight there. So I'm sorry you was told that. Because if I have someone who can handle 5 tables right now, what we're going through with COVID and not having enough service, I'm going to try to give him a 5th table. So I'm sorry he told you that. I didn't know about that till you just told me.
I mean, but
You
Rodney
said it
George had 5
today. You
tables.
said it under your breath. Today, you didn't say Mark. You said, well, why can't other people get 5 tables and I can't? But I was like,
I said, why
Did I tell you that yesterday?
Yes, sir. You said that you cannot have 5 tables at one time is what you said.
Maybe not all at once, but not.
But no-
5.
but
I mean,
everyone else in this
everybody has
building-
5 tables.
Kimberly has 5 tables today. She's a rising star,
yeah,
sir.
I don't know. That I didn't do that one.
I mean,
don't know
she
how-
has all
I don't know
her
how Kimberly
tables
ended up in the
It's
second
because-
row.
it's
But
because Denisha called
I
out.
did tell her. What did I tell you about
Not
Kimberly?
to set her more than 3 tables.
There you go. I said, don't give her more than 3 at a time because I didn't know how she ended up in the second row.
Yeah, I put her there because of Denisha.
Okay.
And Imani's a stronger server than her and Kim, and I know not to seat Kim more than 3
But I did tell her that. I said, how does she know? I said, but don't. She may have 5 tables, but she only can handle 2.5. I said 2.5 to 3 tables. Yeah. So I am sorry again that happened to you yesterday. And I thank you for taking the time to share your feedback with her so she'll know moving forward that we have to seat that table of 322. But the last thing I want is for you to think we all teamed up against you and said, hey, don't seat Tabitha's forward table.
That's what happened.
I understand you feel that way, but I want you to know it wasn't purposely done by the hostess thing. And nobody in management told her to do it.
Nobody in management.
No.
Nobody in general.
No one in general.
Yeah.
Right? Did anybody
No,
tell you?
Nobody told me. It's just every time, and I swear to you, every time you try to notify, we had a wait of what, 30 people still?
Mhm.
About 15 didn't show up. 15. And I notified all of them, whether it was for the back or the front or the middle. No one comes. If no one comes to that table, then we move on to the next one. I don't know why you feel like I didn't sit it.
But that's not the
Nothing
way
happened
that's not the
against
correct crapper girl way to do it though, honey. If your iPad says to go to 143 and then they don't want to sit there, they want to sit at the window, the correct thing to do, honey, is to move them to the window and then
And I
reset
do.
143.
And I do.
No ma'am, you never set that table. Don't tell me that you did because you didn't.
We know we didn't. That's what we didn't see it, man. I mean, you even just told us we never set the table all day. We're not trying to tell you we did see it, right? We
Only
didn't
for
see it.
someone else, but not for
And
the
again,
server.
I'm sorry you feel that way, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry that that's the way it happened.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, so
Has corporate called you about it, about the complaint I made?
that's fine.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.